Welcome back, my legends, and today we're going to talk about Lifeline getting nerfed. Now, this has been very interesting to see on social media because the general public's opinion is basically nobody likes this. Now, there are people that are happy that this is happening to Lifeline getting a nerf, where basically Lifeline is no longer going to have a shield at all. And it's very strange because the shield has been very iconic. Since the very start of the game, Lifeline has been using a shield. Back then, Lifeline used the shield to basically get cover while she was reviving a teammate. And since season 6, I believe, she was able to put down her drone dog in order to revive a teammate with a shield. So now that it's been confirmed by a dev that they're now removing the shield, it feels weird. It feels like Lifeline is losing something that was a part of her since the beginning. And I'm not a Lifeline main, but I can kind of understand where the Lifeline mains are coming from, because I remember when Daniel decided to nerf Caustic, a lot of people were happy because a lot of people were saying that it was very annoying to play against Caustic, so they nerfed him. And the reason why they did that is because Daniel has been consistent in one thing and everything else he's been kind of shaky and contradicting. But the idea he's been kind of consistent on is the fact that he doesn't want Legends to be annoying to fight against. So here's the problem. The problem with Caustic was that people were annoyed by the gas. In this case, people were annoyed by Lifeline's ability to pretty much spam revive. And if you ever played rank, she's known as the RP stealer because Lifeline literally steals RP from you if you knock somebody, and then she just goes on and just uses her passive and gets them back up. And so the way you play against a Lifeline is very different than most Legends, because then you have to decide either do you want to go after Lifeline or try to finish the person that's getting revive and get your RP. There are a lot of circumstances where Lifeline just gets annoying to play against. Now, to be fair, it's not just Daniel doing the game balancing. John, who was in the podcast recently, he basically said that it's more of a team effort where they gather everybody's opinions and thoughts and then they make this decision.
But in general, balancing is not done by one or two people, but we do meet regularly in a bigger group. We all give our feedback, and then it is on someone to sort of take the final action on how to implement that as well. It's very much a team effort, and there is designer who owns that final sort of weapons meta and weapons health, but it is very much collaborative, and everyone brings their own sort of way of thinking and processes to that.
Because he was really hesitating in doing this before, because I did find this comment by him on the Reddit trend where somebody said get rid of the drone revive, and he said no because what we give her in return, and that will gutter her. And unfortunately for Daniel, this did not age well because eventually they decided to get rid of it. Now, from what I heard, basically Lifeline's going to be able to recover people 60% faster. So from all the research I gathered and from my interpretation, they were targeting something that was annoying people. So they made it now when you knock somebody, instead of being frustrated that you can't finish that person off because of Lifeline, well, now you have the chance to finish them. But I can kind of understand where the devs are coming from. And this will explain two things, because some people have been saying that she should keep the shield because, it's iconic of her and they should put a cooldown. Now, Daniel did say the problem with this is communication. And in the simplest form to put it, basically what he's trying to say is that if you revive somebody and there's like a 4 to 10 second cooldown, how long until your teammate starts yelling at you that you're being useless as a Lifeline and you're not reviving them or telling them if they're ready to revive? So I can see why they don't want to do that, because it's going to lead to a lot of toxicity. The next idea that I saw that people were saying is, why not make it where the shield takes a certain amount of damage and then it breaks? And the reason why I can think they probably are not going to do that is that A, it might take a bit of coding, and B, my guess is that it's not going to solve the thing that makes people frustrated, is that they can't finish the person that they knock, and it leads to them being frustrated. So from all I could gather, basically they're making it where it's more manageable to go up against a Lifeline. Now, Daniel also did say the Lifeline's getting a huge buff to her ultimate, and from what I've seen is that basically her ultimate is now going to give items that you need and a guarantee either purple or maybe a small chance of a gold shield from what I heard. So they're reworking her ultimate to make it a lot better than her passive, because right now her passive is the one thing that she's known for the most, and so it looks like they want to make her a well-rounded character. Also, Daniel did say he wanted to get rid of low profile, so with all these changes, I don't really see this as a nerf. I see more as a rework to Lifeline, where they're finally going to make her passives less annoying to play against, where people don't just get frustrated that they knock somebody down and they can't finish them, and also make her ultimate actually useful and not some kind of meme where people just use it for cover. And so overall, it looks like the devs are trying to make Lifeline into a more rounded support character. And if that's the case, I see this more as a rework than a nerf. I just don't understand why they don't just say this. Why does it have to take somebody like me who has to do a lot of research and then put all the pieces together and understand how the devs do things and be like, oh, okay, so it's not as bad as we thought. But that's their problem, and I'll see you next time on Legends. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Those long days passing by from the door, like late summer, they slowly fade away, finding ways through the favorite tune, play today, with my eyes closed.